finally getting around to show you guys how I recovered this Bible. I've done this process with quite a few books. To recover with a solid color, you can get this vinyl paper from the Dollar Tree. It's $1.25. This one's glittery. This one's a solid pink, another glittery one. They have tons of colors. The other way I covered a Bible, this Bible, was using patterned paper. You can print this as regular paper or on sticker paper. I did this Bible with sticker paper. So I got a couple books from the dollar store to recover together. I'm going to recover this book with the vinyl paper from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to recover this book with patterned paper. Start with the glitter paper because it's the easiest method. You don't need a lot of supplies, just scissors and this glitter paper. So this is how easy it is. I open my glitter paper, put my book on the paper, the back of the vinyl paper, and I'm just eyeballing it. I want about an inch of glitter paper on either side of the book or the Bible. I'm just going to cut it. You have enough paper left over to cover another entire book. So this is a good deal. I'll close back up my book and peel off. Start separating the glitter paper from the backing. I'm going to fold the backing down, make a crease just so that it doesn't flip back up on me. I'm going to put the front cover edge against the sticky paper. Start peeling back the backing. Then as I pull this backing back, I'm just going to drop the book. Turn the book onto the spine. Pull the paper off and drop the book. And we're done. Smooth out the paper a bit. Press into the crease where the cover meets the spine. We're done with the outside of the book. Once I open the book back up, I'm going to cut off the corners of the glitter paper. About this much. I just eyeball it, but basically put your scissors across the corner and cut there. Next, you want to cut where this crease is, where the cover meets the spine. So line my scissors up with that crease and just snip. And both the top and bottom of the Bible. Close the book, leaving the front cover open, and you just fold the paper up. And what I'm doing is I'm putting my thumbs behind the cover of the book, and I'm pressing from the cover. I'm pressing from the front of the cover to the back so that it doesn't create air bubbles. Then I'm going to do the same for the back. We're going to work on the spines next. When you have a Bible and you open your book, you're going to have a giant gap. So putting this extra paper, you'll push the paper from up behind into this gap. And it's really easy because look at that large gap. This book doesn't have a large gap, but we can still make it work. I use a paper clip to set the book or the Bible up on its side. Open up the book until you can see a small gap, and then just use the paper clip to push that paper in. And then you're going to do that on the bottom as well. That is the vinyl paper method. Here's another book I did with a gold glitter paper. Then I demonstrated two methods of covering up the inside cover. This is what it's going to look like with no extra attention. So one method you can do is cut a square of the glitter paper to size and cover up those edges. And then back here, what I've done is used washi tape. There's washi tape at the dollar store as well to cover the seam, the edge. And I've just added in some post-it notes and printable. So that's another way you can handle the edges that covers. By the way, I'm not endorsing whatever's written in these novels. I didn't even look. I just grabbed the biggest book I could find. So I have no idea what this book is about. Could be terrible for all I know. We're gonna do the printed pattern paper method. If you have a small book, you only need 2 pieces of pattern paper. If you have a larger book, like this Bible, I used 3 pieces, 1 for the front, 1 for the spine, and 1 for the back. So for this book, this is also from the dollar store, I don't know what it's about. I'm just gonna cut the paper. So I'm leaving enough extra paper that when I line this up on the cover, I can still wrap it around the Bible or the book. And then this piece can be for the spine. You can use Mod Podge for this step. I'm just gonna use Elmer's glue. Mod Podge is available at the dollar store. The first time I did it, like I said, this was sticky paper. So I pulled off the back of the sticky paper and then lined it up and stuck it on. It was really easy, but sticker paper is pretty expensive. Then once it's covered in glue, take my pattern paper, line the straight edge up with the seam where the cover and the spine meet. I'm just gonna press it down. And then the same as the vinyl sticker paper, I'm gonna cut off the corners of the paper. And then before I add glue, I'm gonna crease the paper around the Bible. I'm gonna call this a Bible even though I know it's a book. That's just because this is a Bible recovering tutorial. Then I'm going to glue this. Put more glue, some on the paper itself. I'm gonna do one side at a time. Okay, then we're gonna do the back. Do the spine. Just put the paper right on. Press down into the seam. Cut some extra off, and then open the book up. I'm gonna put a little glue in the inside of that paper. I'm actually cutting off almost all of that paper. The book is covered, and I'm going to add, I use packing tape to reinforce the spine and the edges of the book because those places are gonna get really beat up. On the front, I'm not going to add washi tape so you can see what it looks like with just paper meeting paper. But on the back, I'm going to use washi tape to cover that seam. This one. I'm going to get enough packing tape to cover the spine. And I'm leaving a little extra at the top and the bottom so that I can press that down into the inside spine. So then from here, I'm just pressing the packing tape down onto the spine first, and then using a ruler, I'm gonna press the packing tape into the crease where the spine meets the cover. And then just with my fingers, squeezing the packing tape into the creases. So here's the cover so far with the washi tape. Here's what the back looks like with pattern paper. So I'm gonna go ahead, I don't like the way this looks. I mean, I'm sure you can line up paper better, but I'm gonna add washi to the back of this. So now I'm gonna trim off some of this packing tape that's at the top because we don't need that much. I'm going to trim the packing tape, snip into where the seams are, where the cover meets the spine again. So I can fold the packing tape into the book like we did with the glitter paper. Since this is so small, I'm just going to use my thumb to press the packing tape down. Okay, and then for the inside cover, I'm going to add washi tape as well. Because these seams up here are going to be the most likely to pop up, I'm taking a 1/2 inch piece of tape, and I like to put it right into the seam at the very top of the cover, and then press that in. So it just holds this part and the crease down really firmly with packing tape. So from the outside, I'm just sliding that tape down. It's just reinforcing this particular seam, this crease. It's a lot of wear and tear. I'm going to do that for each side of the top and the bottom of the spine. We're done with the spine and with these corners up here. So now we can handle the inside. We're going to today do what I did back here for this book. I'm pretending this book's the Bible. Some washi tape. And then I'm going to put packing tape on these edges. Measure it out. So I have, the front cover has about a 1/2 inch of packing tape on it, and then there's a 1/2 inch extra at the bottom and at the top. And then I'm going to press that packing tape down, and just like with the glitter paper and the other paper, we're going to cut off the corners. And fold the packing tape over. So the edge of this book is not going to get beat up at all. And then we could do the same for this part. So the packing tape starts at the end of where this washi is. Then again, we're going to cut off the corner. And our book is finished. And then just like with any other Bible, from here you can add your little sticky notes or glue in things. So here's the inside of this one. It's so pretty. Just take a peek at all of the Bibles that I have covered. This Bible is the first one I ever did, actually. It's a dollar store Bible that I covered in sunflower paper. Then I did my parallel Bible because it was just brown and glossy and I didn't like it. And so now I have that. And then I covered this book. Today we did this one together. I didn't finish the inside of this one yet, but I will. And then we have this one we just did together. So that's how I covered my Bible and how I cover books. I hope it was helpful. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.